So, Mark, let's kick things off. What got you into keeping houseplants? Was it just for decoration or something more?
Honestly, it started with wanting some green around the apartment, but I quickly realized plants make spaces feel calmer. Plus, it's rewarding to see something literally grow because of you. There's something peaceful about that, you know?
Totally. And I love that subtle boost you feel when you spot a new leaf or sprout. It's like a tiny celebration each time. Speaking of starting out, people often get overwhelmed by the steps. Should we break down the basics?
Yeah, let's do it. And honestly, once you get the core steps down like the right pot, good soil, and a bit of patience, it's way less intimidating than people think.
All right, first things first, let's talk pots. I always recommend pots with drainage holes. Ever had a plant suffer because water just sat at the bottom?
Oh, absolutely. My very first basil drowned because I used a cute mug, no holes. The roots basically turned to mush. Lesson learned, holes are not optional. They let that extra water escape so roots don't rot.
Exactly, and once you've got the pot, the next question is soil. People sometimes grab dirt from outside, but that's a recipe for compact roots and sad plants. Potting soil is light and airy, big difference.
Totally. Potting soil keeps air around the roots, which they seriously need. And if you want to level up, mixing in a little compost gives your plant some extra food too.
So, once you've got your pot and soil, it's time for the exciting part, planting. Do you usually start with seeds or small plants?
I'm a seed person mostly because it's kind of magical watching that first sprout poke through. But I admit, sometimes I start with a small plant if I want a quick green boost.
When planting seeds, I always remember, not too deep, usually just a centimeter or two under the surface. And then it's all about gentle watering, just enough to moisten, not soak, the soil.
Right, because if the soil gets soggy, seeds can rot before they ever grow. I usually use a spray bottle at first. It's almost impossible to overdo it that way.
Now for the part that tests everyone waiting. But light is just as important during this stage. Do you have a favorite window spot for your seedlings?
My south window gets the most light, so that's where I put most of my plant babies. But I always make sure it's not too hot. Sometimes I pull the pot back a little, so it gets enough light but doesn't bake.
Yeah, direct sun can be brutal for young plants. And while you wait for those first leaves, it's tempting to fuss over them nonstop. I try to check in once a day just to make sure the soil's still lightly moist and nothing's gone wonky.
Same here. It's a balance. Too much attention isn't always a good thing. Funny enough, the more patient I am, the better my plants seem to do.
Now, not every plant journey is smooth sailing. Ever had that moment where you check in and the leaves are suddenly yellow or sticky?
Oh, for sure. Yellow leaves usually mean I went a little heavy on the watering. And sticky leaves? That's my sign to check for tiny bugs. Sometimes I spot tiny aphids hiding out. A quick spray with water or a little soapy water usually sorts it.
It's wild how these small signs can be clues. Brown tips? I've learned that's often low humidity. So sometimes I put the plant on a tray with stones and water underneath. It helps boost the moisture around the leaves.
That's a great trick. And hey, no shame in losing a plant or two along the way. It's all part of learning. My first spider plant didn't make it, but now I've got 3 thriving ones.
What keeps me going is those little milestones, like the first flower, or when you finally repot a plant that's gotten too big. Do you do anything to celebrate your plant wins?
Absolutely. Whenever I spot new growth or a bloom, I snap a photo and send it to my sister. And I kind of like giving a little clap or saying, well done. It sounds silly, but it's become a fun habit.
That's awesome. And honestly, having a simple routine like checking soil Mondays, wiping leaves Fridays, makes care way easier. It becomes second nature, not a chore.
Couldn't agree more. It's all about small, steady steps. And if you mess up, you adjust and try again. That's how you keep learning and keep your plants happy.
Before we wrap, if you could give one tip to someone just starting with houseplants, what would it be?
I'd say, be gentle with yourself and your plants. Not everything will go perfectly, but every plant teaches you something. And don't be afraid to start small. Even one basil or spider plant can make a difference.
That's such good advice. And remember, water slowly. Don't overdo it. And check in often, but not obsessively. Plants reward patience and care.
Exactly. And if you ever feel stuck, there's a whole world of plant lovers out there ready to help. Keep learning, celebrate the little wins, and enjoy the green.